Welcome to The Shoreline, brought to you by Shores and Islands, Ohio, where finding your Lake Erie love is a sure thing. Thank you, of course, for joining us once again. I'm your host, Jill Bauer, and joining me, as always, is my co-host, Dayton Barnett. I manage PR, and Dayton manages social media for Shores and Islands, Ohio. Together, we bring you The Shoreline every week to give you the inside scoop on what's happening here in our island and coastal communities, and the attractions and events we think you'll want to know more about. Good morning, Dayton. How's it going?
Good morning. I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks. So what's going on in the world of social media this second week of August?
Nothing new yet that we already don't know about. Of course, we always cover it. Of course, there's still always sunset cruises with a good time. We got boardwalk nights at Cedar Point, community bike rides. The Big Splash raffle is approaching at the end of this week.
Yes, it is. I hope I win.
I know. I'm going to get a ticket because it's just too good of a chance that you could win. So if you don't got your tickets, get them.
It's a fun event, too. So what we're talking about, Big Splash Raffle, is an event hosted by the Maritime Museum of Sandusky. It's a big fundraiser for them, and it is a almost all day long event of raffles. Like, you have a ticket with a 4-digit number, and it's like the lottery. Every 5 minutes, they draw 4 numbers to win something. It's pretty cool.
You can't pass that up. So
yeah.
A lot of stuff we already know what's happening. Keeping the summer moving. So get out there, have some fun, check it out. Check out the website for all the events as well.
Absolutely. A lot of festivals coming up. It's fair season. We had the Erie County Fair last week. This week is Huron County, and then I believe Lorain County is the week after that. So lots of things to get out and do, and fall will be here before you know it. So don't let summer slip away. We've got lots of great things going on up here by the lake. And if you want to know what some of those things are, make sure you're following along on all of our social media platforms. With Dayton, he's posting videos and events, and he's out and about in the community doing fun things. So make sure you're checking that out. Also, make sure you engage, right? You want people to engage with your posts?
Always.
Make sure you're leaving comments, suggestions, ask questions, whatever. That's, Dayton is there and always following up with all of the comments to make sure you're getting what you need and know what's going on here in Shores and Islands, Ohio. If you don't know, all of those different social links, we're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All of those things can be found at our website, which, of course, is shoresandislands.com. So today on the podcast, we're reaching for the sky and zipping through the trees like Tarzan. I've got my Tarzan soundtrack on in the background. I feel like little Phil Collins. Common Ground provides experience-based programming to foster lifelong exploration, learning and growth of youth and adults. It's located on 30 acres in Oberlin, Ohio. Common Ground is home to summer day camps for youth, a top-rated Ziplining canopy tour, team building programs, and so much more. And it's absolutely gorgeous out there. Joining us on the shoreline today is Jen Libertowski. Jen is the marketing manager for Common Ground. She has more than 23 years of experience in communications. And when she's not promoting all the amazing stuff at Common Ground, she's running her kids around to all of their various sports and theater events. And boy, do I relate with that, right, Jen?
Absolutely.
Well, welcome to the shoreline. We're so happy to have you on the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
So the ziplining, the star of the show, Canopy Tours, what does it entail? How long are these tours? Who can participate? I'm not sure how much of our audience has ever been ziplining or know, how much of the opportunity that they have of it right here in our own community.
Yeah, sure. So Common Ground Canopy Tours, it's just about a 30-minute drive from Sandusky to kind of put it in perspective. And we have a zipline canopy tour that takes about 2.5 to 3 hours to go through the entire course. You have 2 trained guides with you the entire time. So you have one in the lead and one in the back. And our course takes you throughout that 30 acres that Jill mentioned. You're going to go on 7 zip lines. We have 2 spiral staircases that wrap around the trees to take you higher up. We have 2 aerial bridges, kind of a really unique floating staircase through the trees. And then you finish off your tour with a rappel off of the final platform. Our canopy tour takes you 75 feet up in the air. It's really a great experience. Ages 10 and up are welcome. We don't really have an age limit. We always tell people if you can climb stairs, then you can come ziplining.
So I've actually been out there once, and it is a beautiful spot, and it's also a great, lots of great picture opportunities.
Yes.
And from my understanding that you guys do some pictures yourselves as well while you're, to having the experience for people to be able to see later on.
Yeah, so part of our packages that we offer is we offer the zipline tour. So right now we are open Wednesday through Sunday, and you can also purchase a photo package. So the guides will then go ahead and take those pictures for you, and then you will get that by email after you're finished. But yeah, some really beautiful photos. We try to post a lot of them on social media. So if you go ahead and check out Common Ground Canopy Tours on Facebook and on Instagram, and now we even have a TikTok, you can get a really good feel for the course and what you're going to experience when you come out.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Some POV footage.
Yeah.
What's the season like for you guys, in terms of months?
Yeah, so we generally open late March, depending on the weather and how cooperative it's going to be. And then we run through, I think, the second week in November, again, weather dependent. One of the things that we're really excited to introduce this year is our Twilight zipline tour, and we actually just rolled that out. So customers over the years have been asking us about the ability to come and zipline at night. And so we've done a lot of work on our course with some night lighting and testing that out. So August 16th and 19th, we are going to offer our first ever Twilight tour. So you're going to take off on that canopy tour at about 7:30. And as you know, when you first come out to Common Ground, you're going to get harnessed up and you're going to go through ground school, where we're going to teach you how to brake and let you get that feel of what it feels like to zip line before we take you up on the course. So you're going to do that first. And then as the tour progresses, then we're going to end up into the full nighttime landscape. Those coincide with the full moon. So it should be a really cool experience.
I'm going to have to.
Yes, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
In general, do you need reservations? And then do you need reservations for that specifically as well?
Yes, so absolutely. So on our website, ohzipline.org, is where you can go ahead and view availability and book your tour. So advanced reservations are required because, like I said, we have 2 trained tour guides with each tour. We take up to 8 people on each tour. And so you can go on there and you'll see the general, normal tour that we offer. And then you're also going to see on the Book Now button now the Twilight tour that's available.
That Twilight tour, Jen, is that going to be just, as a special event, or will it be going on several times?
We plan to offer it several times. So we're going to be adding more dates over the next few weeks. So it's a little interesting during the summer when it stays light out for so late, but now that it's starting to get dark earlier, it's a little easier to offer that. So right now we have August 16th and 19th that you can book. It is $99 a tour. It's a little bit more expensive than our typical tour just because of the different things that we have to bring in. Our guides are going to have headlamps. Our customers are going to be wearing some glow sticks and stuff to make them a little bit more shoppable. So it's going to be a super cool experience. But yeah, definitely look for more dates.
That's awesome. Now, you said that's a little bit more expensive than your regular tours. What is the cost normally for just the Treetops during the day?
Yeah, so normally our zipline tour on Wednesday and Thursdays are $89 for adults, $84 for youth. And then Friday through Sundays, $94 for adults and $89 for youth. And again, that's a 2.5 to 3 hour fully guided tour.
And I really like how Dayton mentioned that they take photos of you, because the last thing that you want to be thinking about when you're all harnessed up is taking your phone out and possibly dropping it.
Yeah, no, we advise our customers to not do that. So we have our guides and they're trained and they know all the best spots and locations and poses, and we get a lot of really fun photographs.
That's great. So let's pivot a little bit to some of the other options that you have there. So I know you can schedule your group for a canopy tour, but you also do other team building opportunities. Can you tell us a little bit about the team building aspects at Common Ground?
Yeah. So for many years, we've been doing team building, and it's just a great way to go ahead and grab teams of all types. So maybe it's your office staff or it's your sports team. Just yesterday, we spent the day with the Western Reserve Rough Riders football team. So they came out ahead of their season and spent the day team building. And we can really tailor that to your group and your group's comfort level. So by that, what I mean is we have a high ropes course. So if you have a really adventurous group and you want to do team building and involve the high ropes course, we can do that. But if you have a group that's a little bit more reserved, we have different games and skills that you can do on the ground. And then in between. So yesterday, our group, we used our brand new rock wall, and then we have some other apparatuses on the property that we can use, but it's a lot of fun. But then also we look to help teams communicate better, identify weaknesses and how they can overcome them, and also conflict resolution. So it's a really great program. We love working with groups of all sizes and types.
That's great.
And then I think, too, I do want to mention with the team building, we also can come to you. So obviously we can't bring our high ropes course, but our team can come to your campus, to your office building, and work through some of those different games and skills to bring that team building aspect to your meetings or events.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Along with those things, so you guys also host special events at the location as well. One example being the upcoming Firewalk. What's that about?
Super exciting. We have our 17th annual Firewalk, and that's coming up on Saturday, September 21st. It starts at 6:30. It goes to 10:30. Really, the Firewalk is a 4-hour event that is about facing and overcoming fear in your life. So looking at different ways that you allow fear to hold you back from achieving goals and getting to where you want to be in life and how you can overcome it. And we have a certified Firewalk instructor. He's been coming for years, Dave Tuscany. He comes in to lead that, and he partners with Harry Pepper, and they really walk you through identifying different things that you're allowing to hold yourself back. And it's not just the Firewalk. They often allow people to try walking on glass, snapping boards with your hands. So there's just a lot of different things. It's all challenge by choice. At Common Ground, we definitely believe in challenge by choice. And what that means is at the end of the night, if you say, this is an awesome event, but I don't want to walk on fire, that's fine. We honor your yes and we honor your no. But everyone in attendance will be given an opportunity to participate in the Firewalk.
That sounds amazing. Unexpected. I don't know what I was thinking in my head when I said the words Firewalk,
right.
But still amazing. But that's awesome. Is there, cost reservations for these events?
Yes. So you want to go ahead and get your tickets online at commongroundcenter.org. They are $69 per person. And again, that's a 4-hour facilitated workshop out at our property. Again, it's beautiful. It's a special event. And I think what I love the most about it is every year we get people that come in from out of state that want to experience a Firewalk. So yeah, it's just really a special and unique event that we do every year.
And Dayton, you might not even know this, but a couple of years ago, our fearless leader, Larry Fletcher, the president of Shores and Islands, Ohio, does all the things. He actually participated in the Firewalk a couple of years ago. And I don't remember if he actually did the walking on the fire at the end. But I know but he definitely enjoyed the workshop, and he did tell us about breaking the wooden boards, and, it's all about mind over matter, right? And focusing your energy towards, different things. So if you want to know more, Dayton, go over and talk to Larry and see what you can find out about it. Because of course, sounds really cool.
It really is. I remember when I first started at Common Ground, I was like, what is this event? So I went to it, and I've been every year. I've done the actual Firewalk.
You did.
I have, yes. So it really is a mind over matter, because they will explain to you how the science behind the Firewalk and how it works, and how it's really a metaphor for looking at something that looks incredibly scary, but understanding that you can do it if you're just mindful and you keep pushing forward. So yeah, it's a pretty powerful event, honestly.
Wow.
Because I gotta know, like, it's real fire. Like, it's
It is real fire. So what's interesting is we have to buy a certain type of wood, and I wish I could tell you what it is, but that actually burns at a lower heat, and ash does not conduct heat. So if you are mindful and you walk slowly over the coals, that is what prevents you from getting burnt, because the ash, what you're actually walking on is the ash, and it doesn't conduct heat. But it's like right before you're getting to do that walk, it's like, this looks really scary and I don't know if I want to do it, but you know that you can because they've explained it to you, you know? So it really is a mind over matter, and understanding that you can see something that looks fearful, but still get through it to get to the other side. It's the same thing. They usually bring out broken glass, so you can walk on broken glass, right? And they'll tell you, if you feel something poking your foot, don't just keep pressing into it, adjust. And that's an analogy for life. If something gets painful, it doesn't mean you stop. You just readjust and you keep moving forward.
Wow.
This is fascinating.
It's an amazing event. I can't recommend it enough. Like, I went in a little bit of skeptic and thought it was just really cool. I called it almost like 4 hours of therapy.
Wow, that really does sound amazing. So you guys do some unique things like the fire walk. And I know obviously all of your youth camps, your summer camps and things have passed, but we do have a lot of parents listening that maybe are looking for opportunities for next season. So can you talk a little bit about what you do for the youth in the community?
Yeah, absolutely. So the flagship program, really what Common Ground started with, is our summer camp. Before Common Ground became Common Ground 30 years ago, this is our 30th anniversary this year, it was Oberlin Country Day Camp, and it hosted a summer camp. And then when it became Common Ground, we continued on with that tradition. I think we just finished our 29th season of summer camps at Common Ground. And that is 8 weeks of a day camp for kids that really just gets them plugged in with nature, where they can explore, play, be a kid outside, and it's a great time. We have kids ages 6 to 15 that come. We have 2 different camps that we offer. Earth Camp, which every week is a different theme. So one week they might be learning about bugs. The second week they might be learning about wildlife and plants that are native to Ohio, that type of thing. And then we also offer our adventure camp, and our adventure campers are going to do the zipline tour. They're going to go tree climbing and climb the rock wall. So we really look to get kids off their screens and out in nature, exploring, making new friendships, making memories. And we also do try to offer those camps over spring break too. So they're a little bit on a smaller scale, but just when kids are looking to get out of the house and have something to do. So I would encourage parents to go ahead and visit our website at commongroundcenter.org. And in the footer of that page, you're going to see a email sign up. We don't spam people, but we will let you know when registration's opened or we're offering something new for kids. And that's definitely the best way to find out about our upcoming events, in addition to following us on social media.
Now, do you have any other adult events that you host throughout the year, like the fire walk?
Not at this time, no. So adults mainly, we are doing the team building program, the zipline tour, that type of thing. It just, sometimes a new event comes down the pipe. So definitely being signed up for our email list and following us on social is the best way to find out. The other thing that we do throughout the school year is we go into schools and we teach social emotional learning. So that's something that we offer to school districts. And sometimes we go into the school and we take over a class for an entire grade and work with them throughout the year. And sometimes those schools bring the kids out to Common Ground. So that's really a special program, but definitely a little bit more earmarked for schools.
So out of all of these events, maybe not, are there any deals, discounts, special, purchasing times for any of these activities?
We are running a promotion with Groupon, so if you're looking to come on a zipline tour, I definitely suggest you go ahead and take a look on Groupon. And then also sign up for that email list, because when we do run sales, I'll send out a notice. And then we'll also post it on Facebook and on Instagram. And we have 2 separate social media pages. So the zipline tour, which is Common Ground Canopy Tours, has its own social media presence. Common Ground, the nonprofit, we have our own social media presence.
And you mentioned it already, but can you mention the website, or, where can people get all this information from?
Yeah, so commongroundcenter.org will get you everything you need. You can see right on our homepage, you can click on team building, zipline tours, the fire walk.
So Jen, is there anything else? Is there anything we haven't covered? Anything else you want to share about Common Ground?
No, I think that's it. I think it's really, if you haven't been out, definitely check us out and come pay us a visit. It's a beautiful property just outside of Oberlin, down in a valley. You're kind of driving amongst these cornfields and wondering where you're going. And then you go down into this valley and you just find this really special place that is Common Ground. And we have a lot of different programs. So take a look at our website and come pay us a visit.
And tell us that website one more time.
commongroundcenter.org.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Jen, for joining us today. It's Jen Libertowski from Ground Canopy Tours. And of course, thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this podcast, please be sure to like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts so you don't miss a minute of the action here in Shores and Islands, Ohio. You can also find more information, including past episodes of this podcast, online at shoresandislands.com. And we will see you next time on The Shoreline.